Welcome to 7 Golden Rules of Email Letter Writing. Writing an email is a necessary evil. We all know that. Yet a source of enjoyment and enrichment as well, depending on the letter. The truth is, whether you like it or not, we cannot exist without sending and receiving emails in this day and age. You have to learn how to write an email, especially for those dreaded difficult situations. That's the bad news. The good news is it's easier than you think if you follow 7 golden rules that I will summarize in this video. A well-written email opens doors, closes deals, and gladdens hearts. But a bad one can really wreak havoc with your life and business as well. So here are some basic rules for writing effective emails that get the job done right. Rule number 1, don't write anything that you would regret later. Never, ever write anything that you would later say, I wish I didn't write that. So remember, on the internet, nothing remains a secret forever. Every word you write is saved somewhere. As my grandma used to remind me frequently, if you don't have anything nice to say to someone, then don't say it. Same goes for your emails too. I know once in a while we fail to do that. When we are frustrated, angry, we want to get back to that person. But if you would feel uncomfortable, embarrassed, etc., to have someone in your family to read what you have written, then don't write it. Rule number 2, don't use all uppercase letters. How many emails I've received, I forgot. All uppercase letters. And uppercase letters are not only harder to read, but they are also the equivalent of a loud speaking voice. Be very careful before hitting the caps lock key on your keyboard. The shouting effect is exacerbated when you use single or multiple exclamation marks at the end. Don't use exclamation marks. And for example, this email is shouting, please get back to me as soon as possible. 3 exclamation marks. Thank you. Another 3 exclamation marks. Here's the same email, not shouting at all. Please get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you. Rule number 3, subject line. Subject line is very important. Do you know that close to half of all emails are either left there in the inbox or sent to trash bin without being opened and read? Emails with clever, intriguing, or humorous subject lines get clicked, opened, and read. But make sure the humor would be appropriate for the occasion, message, and the recipients. A locker room or army barrack humor might be appropriate for your buddies from college and the army, but the same humor may give your relatives a heart attack, especially when sent on their birthdays. So watch your language and exercise your best judgment. Number 4, rule number 4, a good signature block. Be careful with the way you design your signature block. More about the proper way to write email signature blocks in another video. Rule number 5, enter to the last thing after you finish writing the text of your email. That would prevent accidental mailings if by mistake you hit the send button before you are done with the message. Google Gmail has an undo button that you can hit quickly and cancel an already sent email within the first 10 seconds. But not all mail delivery systems possess that capability. Better yet, compose your email message in a word processor and not within the message text box of your mail program. Rule number 6, don't trust formatting. All email programs have a different way of displaying different formatting tags. For example, your bulleted list may end up arriving on the other side as a list prefixed by a caret, an arrow pointing at right. Your supposedly bold words may not arrive bold at all. Or if you think you are sending italicized words, they may not be italicized at all when they reach the inbox of your recipient. So therefore, make sure you write with as few special marks as possible. And the last rule is be timely. No matter what type of letter, difficult or not, you are writing, make sure to write it as soon as possible, right after the event, while the letter is still relevant. If you wait for too long before writing a difficult letter, the other party may question your sincerity and sensitivity. Such a perception would definitely reduce the effectiveness of your letter. So, to sum up our 7 rules, rule number 1, don't write anything that you would regret later. Rule number 2, don't use all uppercase letters. Rule number 3, have a good subject line with appropriate humor. Rule number 4, use a good signature block with your name, last name, way to contact, and any other links that you would like to communicate to the other person. Rule number 5, enter the last to address to avoid any mistakes in sending your email. Rule number 6, don't trust formatting. What you see on your screen may not end up with what the other person is seeing on his or her screen. So write with as few special characters as possible. And rule number 7, be timely. If you observe these simple rules, the chances are you would always communicate effectively through email. So take good care, and I see you in the next video.